Hey guys, Lawton here with Verified Investing, back with another Pro Charts video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And today is all about the semis. We're talking about stocks, but the semiconductor industry is going absolutely crazy. After yesterday's sell-off, we expected, hey, maybe we'll get a bounce here. Well, the semiconductor said not so fast. Let's hop right into it and talk first about the SMH, the ETF tracking the semiconductor sector. So we know a massive sell-off yesterday with the semiconductors going down about 7% before bouncing and ending the day at a modest 1% down. Now today on the semiconductors, we thought, hey, this could be a decently good day. We had a nice push up on the semis, about 3% from the opening price, and that was swiftly followed by a big sell program. We were briefly green, but have gone negative and are down 3.6% on the day for the SMH. And it's led by a couple familiar names. And we'll go through the list and start off talking about the big boy, Nvidia. Now, Nvidia, almost went green today, but has continued to fall. And for me, this is pretty bearish. I'll tell you why. There's a wonderful head and shoulders pattern here that I really like here on Nvidia. And you can see that I've drawn it here. I can illustrate it as well by drawing it like this for you all. All right, cool. And you can see clearly that from the break of that neckline, we had a retrace the next day and then a straight move down here on Nvidia. And the measured move for this would not be pretty on Nvidia. So let's say Nvidia continues to falling and fulfills this head and shoulders pattern. The measured move will take Nvidia down about 16% down to basically this gap fill from the 7th of April. And this is the target level for me that, hey, maybe we'll get a bounce and could see some upside there. Additionally, a couple more levels to find support is at this pivot low down here around $195. This is the lowest price we got in May. So should we come back to this May lows, I actually anticipate a potential bounce. And that's where I'm actually looking to potentially buy some tomorrow. Say if it came down another $5 on Nvidia, I'd look there for a long. There is also a gap fill up here, just around 196.50, right? Also a potential level that you can consider. But, Nvidia hasn't come down all the way to its lows from yesterday. It's still a little bit off of that. But this is certainly not great news for the markets and the world's most expensive company, right? The next semiconductor absolutely getting crushed is Micron. Similar story with Micron. Great push up today. Was up about 5% from the opening price on Micron. Went green. But again, same thing. Look at this massive sell-off on Micron. A 7% move to the downside there on Micron. Wow, what a fall. But for me, just like with Nvidia, I'm constantly looking for potential head and shoulders patterns. You have this one here, which the left shoulder isn't too great, so I don't love it. But instead, I'd rather opt for something like this. Depending on the price of Micron, you could see a potential shoulder head, and let's say Micron gets a bounce, another shoulder. Regardless, this certainly is a trend line that I will be watching there on Micron. As Micron continues to fall, a couple key levels that I'm paying attention to. First, gap fill at $751. Now it's quite a ways away, about $150 lower from the current trading price. However, it can do that in a day, as yesterday Micron fell $135, $136 from the opening bell before getting that massive bounce. but Micron certainly continuing its sell program, right? Next key support levels other than that gap fill is the lows of yesterday. We're at 854. If we can get a close around 850 or lower, I think that there is more downside here on Micron to be had. Next one I want to talk about is SMCI. And SMCI I don't believe is in the SMH. However, it is a semiconductor or adjacent, right, that has fallen after it's, proposed, and we can read here, a proposed $7 billion equity financing, right, to fund buys and for the AI server backlog, diluting investor shares. And it's down about 26% today. Absolutely crazy there on SMCI. Now, if SMCI keeps falling, there could be a couple levels of support that I would consider a potential bounce. For the short term, there is a gap fill from earnings from the 5th of May. And this is going to be really significant, guys, because from those earnings, SMCI moved up 85%, guys, 85% from that gap fill from earnings. So if we continue to sell and fall down, there is going to be potential to buy there. And I'm also looking at the lows here, lows of March, just under $20. This is around when they talked about potential fraud. Anything at or around 20 bucks on SMCI, I absolutely love for a longer term hold. But for me, my key level is that $29 gap fill from earnings, just from that was the 5th of May, about a month ago. And the last two stocks I'm going to talk about that are also down. First off, Qualcomm. Wow, Qualcomm, big sell today, and actually went even lower than yesterday's lows, right? Getting down all the way basically to $190, right? Next level that I'm looking at on Qualcomm coming up, 186.55 should provide some support. There's a gap fill there, but just like with SMCI, I'm looking at this gap fill from earnings here at around $156. Let's say Qualcomm continues to sell and comes into that level. I would consider picking some up absolutely for a bounce. Qualcomm is a stock that I've been consistently trading in the day trading room, and I think a swing opportunity could be close as long as Qualcomm continues to sell. The last stock I really want to talk about today is ARM, another semiconductor. This industry, that are supposed to be leading the way is kind of selling off significantly here, guys. So for me, initially looking at this stock, I'm looking at the pivot low from yesterday, just under $300, should provide a potential bounce level there on ARM. You have the pivot low, so the lowest price that we got yesterday on ARM, combined with the second factor of it being that 300 even number pierce for a potential bounce. Other than that, there is a nice old gap fill here from the 20th of May. Should we get into that level, that would be another potential buying opportunity for me as a trader. Now, zooming out a little bit, ARM is still incredibly overextended just from February, still about 200% up. So ultimately, it would not surprise me if we got back into this range around between $200 and $240, right? This nice $40 range of all this sideways consolidation. If you can get back into that chop, expect coming down, chopping down, and potentially a move lower. And but this is a lot of support for it to have to combat in order to see another move lower. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please, guys, consider liking this video, subscribing, commenting on this video. It really helps us out here at Verified Investing, lets us pump out more free content for all of you guys out there, and helps us understand what you guys want to see more or less of. With that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Be careful in these crazy semiconductor markets, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.